Well, starting off the morning here. See if I can get this guy out of the weeds. See what we're dealing with here. This is a new first time location. I'm not all the way set up yet. Oh, there we go. So this is a first time location for me. Never been here before. Not really sure what to expect. So starting off with a nice largemouth here. Probably a pound and a quarter maybe. First one here of the morning. All right, there we go for the first one in the morning. Just a little under a pound and a half. So new location here. I've never been here before. Just kind of, as I like to do, I like to check off new locations, explore, things like that. So this is called Clear Lake. I think it's in Washington, Maine. I think that's where we are. So hopefully that works for you guys. All right, see what else we can get for you today. All right, looks like we got another little fellow there. Little guy. But you gotta start somewhere, right? Real shallow over here. Interestingly, this water here is a lot colder than any place I've ever been lately. And I just went out yesterday and it was 80 degrees just a couple miles away. So, not sure what that means. He just jumped off. Sorry you missed him. He was a behemoth, so you missed quite the show. No, not really. Alright, well, they're getting smaller. I'm going to try a new location after this. This would appear to be the juvenile type area over here. So, alright, there's that little fella. We're all little over here, so I'm going to try moving around. Pick a different spot and see if we can get onto some bigger ones. Alrighty, see what we got here. Oh, little fella. He wasn't all that big. Barely even worthy of making it to the movie. Well, okay. The first sign of anything with a little oomph to it. And size, that's good. Oh, that's a decent one. Decent, barely got him hooked. Ooh. Just through, well, no, more than barely. Yeah, that's a decent guy. That's probably getting close to that pound and a half mark or so. So we're using the shorter paddle tails here because the bite seems to be small. So that's what we got. Alright, there we go. So that's a decent fellow here. The others were all very small, so I'm trying a different area. Just never been here, so just kind of scouting around. So maybe getting close to a pound and a half there, maybe. We're on the 3.5 inch paddle tail with a 4/0 hook spring lock. Alright, feels like we got one of a decent size here, taking me under the kayak. Yeah, a little better than the first few. Short, but solid. That works out nice. Thanks for playing along. Oh, this would be an interesting bite. So I'm just kind of giving it a last shot here, trolling, right? And with my deep diving crankbaits, and I just pulled this one up to check it, and I just threw it out, and as soon as it hit the water, there was like a topwater bite on the deep diving crankbait. smallie. There you go. I'll get them better on the other one. I just don't want to get stuck in my trolling motor with my other line. Alright, so top water bite. As soon as it hit the water, well, not bite, snag, on a deep diving crankbait with a smallmouth. There's a combination for you. You don't see that every day. But that'll do. Well, fishing by the beaver lodge always seems to pay off. If you can find one, always throw up near it. I can tell you the amount of times I've hooked up next to a beaver house is staggering. So, alright, so there's the Beaver Hotel hookup. Beaver houses always seem to pay off. They like to hide right next to them in the, I think in the cover that they provide. So, well, it's no monster, but the Beaver House hookup experiment continues. There's two more of them over here, and I just threw up right along the side of that one. Yeah, tiny, but. So there's the behemoth. I really think that this bait might be bigger than the fish. Not sure though. And that's a small paddle tail. 3.5-inch paddle tail. The Beaver House hookup continues. Alright, well, I think we're going to call time of death on this location at 10 a.m. So this wasn't my intended location today, but the place I wanted to go, there was a lot of rain and flooding over the last day and a half, and I couldn't even get to it. So this was plan B. I had read the inland fishery report on this location, and it wasn't all that impressive, but for plan B, it worked out okay. Overall, I'd say it was a decent little place. Had a couple catches there, nothing too impressive. Seems like the fish here might be either stunted or there's not a lot of food for them. I'm not really sure. Didn't see many of any kind of decent size, so you know, take it for what it is. Would I come back here? It's not high on my list. You know, could I? Yeah, I could. Would I? Probably not. It's more of a one-night stand location here. So, signing out from Clary Lake.